Hey, what is up, Debt Free Mafia? Let me be the first to welcome you to the Mafia. If this is your first time here, hey, thank you so much. Hey, in this video, I want to talk about how you can get $1,000 fast. And I bring this up because this is the first step that we have in our financial plan is coming up with $1,000 for your emergency fund. We always do this, and then after that, we get to attacking on debt. So these will, not only will these be good at hitting that $1,000, this will be good options for you to start paying down on debt, so, or saving money, whichever one you prefer. So I'm going to talk about things like good service companies that you can start working for to hit some extra income, hopefully some stuff that you've never thought of. Also some maybe some abstract ideas that I really feel like a lot of people don't think about, but you can actually make some serious cash on the side doing. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just dive right into it. Hey, if this is something that this is like content that you really enjoy, this is valuable information, go ahead and just hit the subscribe for me. That really helps me out. This liking this video also helps other people who are looking to try to get out of a pinch or get an emergency fund or pay off some debt. It helps this pop up in the search better for them. So if you could help me out by doing that, that'd be awesome. Thanks. But the first one, this is one that I think is so underrated that a lot of people don't really think about. It is beneficial on every end, and that is having a garage sale. You might be living in a house that you just feel like is just surrounded by junk. Well, and I've been there. So we needed some cash one time. I remember we just bought our house and we were like, you know what, we need some cash because we need some upgrades on this house because it's a fixer-upper, and there's a lot of junk here that we've been living without anyways because it's been in storage. Let's sell it. So garage sale is a great way for you to get rid of some junk and make some cash. I remember that we had some stuff in storage that we were just like, hey, we're never gonna need this. This is all stuff that we think is dated, but somebody else might really enjoy. So I remember we walked away from our garage sale that we kind of did last minute with like $600 in cash. And we didn't even advertise it. I mean, you know, really good garage sellers are going to start advertising their garage sale coming up, putting pictures on Facebook Marketplace of certain items they're going to have available, really just drawing some buzz for it. That's a really great way. If you have a lot of stuff, you can come up with $1,000 fast and get rid of a lot of stuff, which is awesome. Side note, if you need some motivation for that, there's some great minimalist documentaries on Netflix that will pump you up to clean some stuff out and sell some stuff. So that's great. Number two is definitely an obvious one, but that's getting a part-time job. Hey, part-time jobs are never forever for most people, but if you need to hit that $1,000 and you need to go pick up a bartending job or whatever and work tips real hard, hey, that's what you got to do. Do it. Do a great job at it. Work your butt off, get that $1,000, and get going on what you're trying to get going on. So the next thing I want to talk about, and this is one that has been very successful for a lot of people when it comes to trying to get basically a second income for their finances, is doing a service-based company. Some really good examples that I think a lot of people have done a great job of raising money with are things like Uber and Lyft. If you've got a good functioning car and it falls under their, and a good driving record, it falls under all of their qualifications, that's a great way to pick up some serious cash on the side, especially if you live in a more populated area. It's such a good option because, you know, people don't want to pay for taxi fares. I mean, the taxi industry is really suffering because of it, because it's so much more affordable, and you get to stay in the comfort of your own car and you get to help people. You provide a service, so it's a good transaction there. Some other options are things like Postmates and DoorDash. This is where you go and pick up food orders for people and deliver it to them. Man, sometimes my wife and I, we just get so busy, we take complete advantage of DoorDash because we're either in the middle of something or working on something and we need to have somebody come and bring the food to us. Man, it is such a great service, and it's such a good way to pick up some extra cash, again, using your own vehicle. So I recommend that one. Another one that I recommend is also Shipt. It's not available everywhere, but basically what you do is you can go and buy or you can go and pick up all the groceries or do the grocery shopping for people, pick up their groceries and then deliver it to them. There's a really good return rate on Shipt as well. So if you have the option to do Shipt, that's a great one. It really helps people out who, especially because right now we're going through the kind of this quarantine season. That's a really great way because a lot of people don't want to go to the grocery store. They love Shipt because somebody will go and get their groceries for them, and they don't have to go into a public place. So especially people that are, you know, immunocompromised and, you know, just feel nervous around big groups of people, you can help people out and make money there. So that's great. And this one is awesome because a lot of people don't really talk about this one, but there's a service called Carvatize. So basically what it is you can take your vehicle and they will basically pay you to put giant advertisements on your vehicle. That is so cool. You literally do nothing but drive around, and you're basically driving around as a billboard. Like, and you've probably seen those vehicles. You've probably seen some people that have some sort of advertisement wrap all over them, and hey, all they're doing is they're collecting a check every month, and they might have nothing to do with that product, but hey, it's a really easy way to make some cash on the side. So yeah, that's a really good one. Some other things that I wanted to bring up also are some side hustles. Hey, most people have some sort of hobby. Well, there's a lot of these hobbies, there's actually an opportunity to make money. One of those ways is to buy and sell items on Facebook Marketplace. Now this does require just a little bit of skill, and you do have to kind of start to get a feel for it, but I literally was talking to a friend today who he has been buying and selling video game consoles, and he told me today he's been, for the last 3 months, been averaging $500 net profit off of that to pay towards his debt, which has just been so cool that he's been able to take something that he was interested in and turn it into basically a business that he's able to start paying stuff off with. Which has been super cool for him. And then some other things that you know, you don't have to have a crazy skill set for are like cleaning houses. House cleaning is almost always in demand in most places. So if you got a good background and you don't mind getting your hands dirty, hey, that's a great option, is cleaning some houses. You could do that after your day job. You can do it in the evenings, on weekends. It's a great option. Another one is being able to wash cars. You really don't need a ton of equipment for this. You can spend some money on it, but you know, this is also another option where you can honestly just wash cars with a bucket and a hose and start to basically build a business like that. We have lots of people here in West Texas that have spent just a little bit of cash to get mobile car washes, and they're very lucrative if you can get plugged into the right groups. So that's another option. If you like washing cars, detailing cars, hey, you can do that in the evenings and on the weekends if you need to, or on your off days. That's always something that seems to be in demand. So another thing that I think a lot of people kind of look past is if you're a healthy person and you're above the weight limit, which I think is around 105 pounds or so. Donating blood plasma is a great way to not only help people but get some cash in return. Donating blood plasma is a really good way to just kind of raise some cash on the side. There's, you can usually, the way I did it when I was in college to kind of have some extra cash was, there's usually ads where if you turn in that ad, they'll give you some extra cash. There's usually some incentives based on how many times you've been there. Like on your third visit might be worth more than your first visit. Your fifth visit might be worth more than the fourth or third. Whatever it might be, there's some good ways to raise just a little bit of cash there. Another really good option that I know a lot of people have been taking advantage of, and some of my clients have been taking advantage of, is renting out a room in your house. So if you have a house and you're struggling to get by and you're okay with it, you can do a background check on somebody and rent out a room to somebody, and that way they're pitching in whatever $400, $500, $600 a month for you. You'll have your $1,000 within 2 months pretty quick, and even more after that. It's a good way to get some extra income. Another option is Airbnb-ing it. You can just rent it out on Airbnb. That's another great way, because you can rent it out to multiple people in a month to try to knock out some $1,000 really fast, and I think that's a really great option. And then the last one, and I think this is one that's really overlooked. Obviously here at the Debt Free Mafia, we're big on paying off our debt quick, and this is one way that I've had some clients really get ahead on their debt, and that is by selling their car. That sounds crazy, but this only works if you're right side up on your car. So if you're upside down in your car, it's not going to work, obviously. But if you're right side up, and that means that it's worth more than you owe on it. So say you have a car that's worth $10,000, and they only owe $5,000 on it. What you can do is you can sell it for the $10,000. You can take $5,000 to pay off what you owe. So you're left with $5,000 over, and you can buy yourself a $1,000 to $2,000 car. I know it's not sexy, but it'll get you by, and it'll get you that cash until you get to where you want to be financially. Then you can buy yourself a better car. I've seen it happen multiple times. It's possible. Dave Ramsey likes to joke about how the car he drove for several years, its main color was Bondo, because it was just so beat to heck. They didn't even paint it because all that was left was Bondo, which I think is always a funny story. But that is one option to come up with that money really quickly, and not only that, knock out a debt that you owe. So I have clients who have been successful there as well. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. Hopefully I gave you some good ideas. I'll link some websites below on all these different kind of side hustles or side incomes, so that you can go and check them out for yourself. But guys, I really hope it's encouraging. Be sure to hit the subscribe, be sure to hit the like. I appreciate you for stopping by, and I really hope you crush that $1,000 that you're hoping to crush. Anyways, let me know in the comments if you've come up with any other ideas that you think have been really fruitful for you on knocking out $1,000 fast. I'd love to hear it. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Peace.